What is up, guys? You're watching Small Engines Galore. On today's episode, we're modifying my John Deere 111 into this. We're putting the lift kit axle into it, which you can't see, kenda bear claws, and we're breaking the transaxle. As you guys will remember if you watched the last episode, we built a pretty cool flamethrower exhaust for this thing. So that was kind of fun, but I realized that this thing is actually not that fun to drive with that thing because it's just so loud. Anyways, on this episode, we are going to be mounting up some new rear tires, hopefully our 24-inch bear claws if they fit, and probably doing something with the front end to bring it up. Also, what's your guys' thoughts on building a custom front bumper for this thing that would incorporate an electric winch? So like I mentioned before, we are going to try to mount up our 24-inch bear claw rear tires onto this tractor, but we are going to remove these, and I went to my boss, and turns out he happened to have a set of deep dish 12-inch wheels off of a John Deere with the same bolt pattern as these hubs. So these should bolt right on. These have 23-inch tall tires on them, so they're not too far off from the bear claws. We'll have a pretty good idea if we can mount these guys on here, if the bear claws might fit or not. Okay guys, little bit of a visual change on this thing for sure. 12-inch wheels definitely changes the appearance for sure. I don't know if it's better or worse. What do you guys think? Alright guys, I just loaded up a couple sticks off the ground here. I'm just going around cleaning up all the sticks from this whole area, and so this bagger seems to be working okay for it. Let me try to drive with it and see if all the sticks fall out or not. Only lost like 10 sticks just now. Oh, there's more. This isn't working that well. Maybe 20 sticks at best. There is one that's pretty decent size, this like gray one. I'm just gonna unload this stuff. Okay guys, so I wanted to see if these kenda bear claws are actually gonna fit on this thing. Now that we have a 12-inch wheel on here, we have an idea of what our center can be. So I'm gonna go ahead and measure what are these advertised as 23s. So basically I'm gonna line this guy up with about, I don't know, about there where it's at the end of the tire where it bulges out. Guys, we're just over 21, and this is one of our bear claws, which is advertised as a 24 by 8 by 12, and this guy, are these actually shorter than that? Flat. Slightly taller. I'm gonna drop these wheels and tires off at a tire shop next week that has a tire machine, because I really do not feel like messing with swapping tires on this thing. It's probably gonna cost like 50 bucks to put tubes and everything in them. Guys, so as you can see, I have my kenda bear claws mounted on our John Deere 5 lug wheels. Basically, let's just try these on the tractor and hope that they fit. Alright, so here are our kenda bear claws. They're only at 4 psi, so if I lower them anymore, they may pop off the wheel. So I don't really want to lower more. Here is our tire clearance. As you can see, it touches. I'm going to have to sand that down or maybe cut it off. We'll see what happens. But here's our 24-inch tires, and they actually fit pretty well. Hey guys, here's a look at our tractor with the tires on the ground and everything. I did have to slice a tiny bit out of the fenders to make them fit. And this one I had to bend the lip a little bit, but I'll make that cleaner later. This is about how much I had to slice out of it, so just enough to be annoying. And then we just bent the back lip a little bit to clear the tire. So yeah, we got like little to no tire clearance all the way around, but good enough for me. We're gonna run this thing because we're bringing out off-road machine again. You guys can't see, but it's absolutely pouring rain in this video, so this part we were only out for maybe 10 minutes of driving total because we just got so cold. It was just raining so much. Muffler's about to fall off if I'm not careful. We're not put a rain stack on this thing. Yeah, baby. Alright guys, got some really concerning noises coming out of this dip. Going up stuff like on that hill that I just got stuck on. It was making a lot of skipping noises. So yeah, I definitely broke the welds in this dip, man. Oh well, just a one wheel peeler now. It's actually a limited slip because the welds bind up sometimes. Okay, so I'm working on the John Deere again. Earlier in the video I mentioned we might put a front lift kit on this thing, and I'm gonna see what I can do to figure out how to do this. So basically how these guys are mounted, I don't know if you guys can see that right there, but there's two bolts and a pivot. The sun's gonna be glaring the camera, I'm sure, but either way we're gonna undo those. There's two on each side. We'll be able to drop this axle down, and what I'm hoping to do is to slice that pivot off and move it up on the axle and then brace it adequately and bolt it back in. So in theory, it will have way more flex and a little bit more height. Guys, this is what I want my ride height to be. So you can see how the tractor sits basically level. It's on jack stands right now. You can see there's a couple inches underneath that tire. That's all I want for lift right now. So we'll see what happens. Hey guys, I got the axle out of the front of my 111. Basically, my thoughts on this are that this pivot is all welded into here onto this axle. So I'm not really interested in modifying that because that's all. So basically what we're gonna do instead is we got these two holes right here as guidance. I'm gonna slice it off right here and here and drop these bits down, because our main issue right now is that we're hitting the frame with the top of these guys right here. The more we bring this down, the more flex we're gonna have, but we don't want to go too much because then we can be too tippy or possibly reduce structural integrity a lot. Okay, so what I did with this guy as my idea to raise the front end is I sliced this chunk of axle all the way off like this. What I want to do, stick it right there where it's 2 inches taller, it's 2-inch lift, but this will give us, you can see how much more flex this will give us. It's a fair bit. So once I get this guy figured out with my angles and everything, where it's level, I'll weld this guy on and build my bracing. I got this bit welded up. Let me clean up the rest of this axle and let's build some bracing. I'm building some bracing right here. So this is my idea right here. Basically it just triangulates this bit, and I'm gonna slice this corner off down there so it'll look cleaner. And then we're gonna have a second one that comes down there, hopefully, to brace the bottom. Guys, instead of building a second brace that would put our ground clearance less in the center, what I ended up doing is I ended up trimming these little wedges out of this section of axle, and now I'm just going to take this piece of flat bar, flatten it into this end of the axle, and weld it up, and that's going to be it for this side of the axle once I get my second brace welded on the other side. So guys, here is our 2-inch or maybe 3-inch lift kit on this side of the axle. Now I got to build it on this side, but first, once I get the second brace welded on the underside of this axle, I want to test fit this so I can show you guys how much we're dropping the spindle down. Guys, I got one side of my axle done, and I just wanted to show you guys a comparison stock to modified. This is our modified side. You can see we got our welds on this side, almost hidden by this frame, which is cool. So this is a stock axle. It's all bolted in and everything. This is a stock axle location. You can see we got about that much flex and that much flex before we're done. Whereas this side, we have more. And this is with a stock axle on this side. So this side is actually limiting the down travel of that side. Guys, here is our completed front axle, or mostly completed. As you can see, it's dropped a fair bit on each side, probably 2.5 inches. We're gonna bolt this guy back into here. The alignment is a little bit out. The tires are gonna be towed in a bit, so that's okay though, because like we see with the Murray, the tires are towed way out because the spindles are bent. So yeah, basically this is our setup here. You can see we got a fair bit of clearance between the axle and the frame now, so it should flex better than it did before. Like I said before, the alignment's a little bit out. Tires are towed in a little bit, but that's okay because we'll probably end up bending those spindles on obstacles like we seem to with every other tractors. So now I guess maybe we should go for a quick drive and try flexing this thing out on some stuff. Talk about concerning noises. That was really bad. Let's go down this. I do actually have brakes, by the way, which is this pedal. Look how good they stop. yeah, we got our off-road machine out, guys. Maybe we're not gonna go park. Good angle there. Must have activated choke. Yeah, that was a pretty good flex. Under this, there is a large dirt hill. Even though you can't see it, we're going to try to climb up it. And our off-road machine's going to follow us up, if we can make it. I don't know, my diff is making terrible, terrible noises. Wow, let's see what happens. Oh yeah, like nothing, dude. Yeah, buddy. Let's try that same line. Right here. Oh. I think I ran out of gas. Well, I think I'm out of fuel, guys. It just died on me, as you saw. Yeah, bone dry. Nothing in that tank. So I guess I'm getting towed back home. Unlike him, I actually do have brakes, so I can not run into the back of him. Okay, well, thanks for watching, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed the video, and next video I gotta fix the locker on this thing, and we're gonna do some other cool mods to this. So I guess stay tuned for that video. I think we're bringing out some other videos before this next one anyways, so they're probably gonna be a little while, but hopefully you enjoyed the video still. Have a good rest of your day, and please like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video.